Hello, all. This is Dr. Dave Maslach talking to you about reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3. And in this particular video, I'm going to talk about being a professor for the first day and what you should expect. So if you don't know me, I'm a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There are so many people that helped me out during graduate school and to become a professor that I wanted to create something that was paying the favor forward. So I created this sharing economy proofreading platform so you can get feedback on your writing. And I'm doing all these YouTube videos to be as helpful as I possibly can. All right. So if this is your first day as a professor or first week as a professor, we go through all sorts of different things. And I'd like to sort of share some of these experiences that you might expect as you are going through it. So first of all, you're probably going to be very overwhelmed with your first day on the job. It's going to feel really strange in a lot of different ways. And you're going to have a lot of different feelings and emotions and stuff like pride and, just being uncertain and nervous and all those kind of things. You're going to feel that. And that's fine. That's really totally normal emotions. So what I would suggest is that just expect to be overwhelmed that first month when you're starting out on a new job. And that's just kind of normal being life stuff, right? And then, another thing that you're going to experience is that when you start out, you're going to think that things are going to change dramatically, but they don't. It's the same thing that you're going to do. You're going to do the exact same thing that you're doing in your PhD when you're a professor, you're going to do the exact same thing that you did during your PhD that you did in your oh gosh. Hello, all. This is Dr. Dave Maslach talking to you about reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3. And in this particular video, I'm going to talk about what you should expect on your first day as a professor. So if you don't know me, I am a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. And because there were so many people that helped me out during graduate school, that I wanted to create something where I was paying the favor forward. So I created the sharing economy proofreading platform, and now I'm doing these YouTube videos to get the word out about it. All right. And to help out other people, because I think this is really fun to be able to do this kind of stuff. All right. So what should you expect during your first day as a professor? So the first thing is you're going to be very overwhelmed in a lot of different ways, and expect to be nervous, uncertain, expect to feel very joyful that you actually have a job. Congratulations, by the way. Expect just to have a lot of emotions within the first month, unless you're a robot. And some people are robots, right? And they just don't experience, they don't show or don't experience any emotion or anything like that. But for me, there was a lot of emotion that I experienced. There's lots of things that was happening around me. So you should just expect that for the first year or first month or so, where you are just feeling really you're just feeling a lot of different things, and that is completely normal to experience all that kind of stuff. And then the other thing when you start off is know that you're really just starting off and you're starting at the bottom rung. So just kind of appreciate that in a lot of different ways. So here are some things that you might experience or might feel when you are starting out as a professor for the first time. So the first thing is it's going to be the exact same thing, or you're going to have the same experiences as you did during the PhD, other than you're just getting paid for it. I know it seems a little bit strange, but that's really it. You're doing the exact same thing. Really, nothing changes, I hope, or it shouldn't change that much from your PhD. That it was such a drastic change it means probably something wasn't going right in your PhD. It should be just kind of an apprentice where you're just kind of doing a launching off party, and it's just kind of flowing into the next thing. And it should be very normal kind of experience to go through this. The second thing is just really just expect a good month, a good chunk of your time just be dedicated to just feeling overwhelmed and not knowing what to do. And that's totally okay, right? Like to be and just absorb it and just love that kind of feeling, right? Just take an adventure. Actually, the great advice that was given to me, and this is probably a really great advice, is treat it for the first month as just kind of a holiday. And when you're moving, treat that whole experience as a vacation, and just kind of enjoy things and try not to get stressed out. And then treat the time when you're actually making this transition, because there's going to be lots of different things going on. Just know that it is just it's an enjoyable process, and just enjoy this process, right? The third thing that I would also suggest, and it's kind of related to this, is just expect for the first probably 4 months, to be honest. It's going to be at least a month where, and especially if you're doing any sort of substantial move or international moves or anything like that, just expect a lot of bumps and expect a lot of interruptions for that first 4 months. There's going to be a lot of paperwork. Just doing, if you're doing a retirement plan, 401k in the United States, the first time that you do this, it's a stinking lot of paperwork, and it consumes a lot of time. It's really boring, but you have to do it. And you have to do this. If you haven't done it, make sure you do it. So just all this kind of paperwork takes a lot of time. So for me, when I moved from Canada to the United States, I had to do a lot of immigration paperwork and, permanent residency, social security numbers. By the way, that was really weird when we moved here. If you're moving to the United States, you can't do anything without a social security number. So you get that. That should be the first thing that you should do if you're moving, because the entire United States revolves around social security number. I think like most countries are like that, and that's totally fine. But just expect you're not going to be able to do anything. Even getting a cell phone is going to be a total hassle without a social security number. So you probably be living out of, McDonald's parking lots to get their Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff, as you do when you move to a new place. And thank you, McDonald's. That was really nice of you to offer your Wi-Fi. So, just things like that, you're probably going to be doing, and expect it just to take a lot of time and sort of be time consuming, right? It's really fun to do this kind of stuff, but it also is very, very time consuming. And so a fourth thing that you're going to feel, and I really don't want to sort of raise this at this moment because you're probably really excited about this, is you're probably going to start feeling the pressure to start publishing pretty quickly. So even though that there's this sort of moment of, just bliss, I guess, I mean, it's closest to bliss that you're going to experience, other than taking cocaine, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, so, there's very quickly you're going to feel the pressure to publish, and that's normal, and that kind of experience is really normal, and you're just going to get that sort of stress feeling. That's the life that you're going to start feeling going forward, is just having that pressure to publish. It doesn't really go away. It's always there, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And, either talk about it with having a beer with somebody, watching these kind of videos like this of somebody else around the world talk about it, or, suppress it, but which is probably a lot of people do. And you just keep going, right? You just harness that energy and keep going, that sort of nervous energy, and keep going and keep pushing forward, right? With your tenure process. It's just what's going to happen. And another thing, the sort of fifth thing that happened to me personally, is because I'm at a really good institution that has a lot of caring people. So if you had a great institution with a lot of caring people, like the one I'm currently at, you're going to be inundated with requests and invites and stuff to just hang out with people and to meet people. So just know you're going to probably meet a lot of people over the next little bit. And it might be like, maybe it's at lunch, maybe it is you're going out for coffee, or maybe it is dinner. So having a family and all that kind of stuff. When we first moved here, other people that had families invited us to do things on the weekends, and, all sorts of things like that. It was a really wonderful experience. And just know that that's going to happen. In the first year, you're going to meet a lot of people, and it's really fun, to be honest, to meet all these people. And they're really nice, genuine people. just with all these different outings and stuff, sometimes we will take you to a football game and things like that. And just keep in mind that build some of that into your schedule. And if somebody invites you, you probably should take it up on it, depending on what's happening with your family life and all that kind of stuff. And just know that it's a wonderful experience. Just know that that's going to happen. So the sixth thing, and this is probably an artifact of just academia in general. So businesses have this like really long formal onboarding process for a lot of, if it's a well-run business. Most academics, they'll have kind of like this little bit of sort of administrative stuff that you have to do for a couple of days. And then after that, there's really no onboarding process at all. It's for you to sort of fend for yourself and figure it out. I don't know of any institution that would sort of really do the rigorous kind of stuff that you would expect in a business and stuff, where they train you for a good couple of months to do something and do job rotation and things like that. Don't expect that at all. It's just going to be very informal in terms of the onboarding process, and just know you should be off to the races. And that's kind of the expectation, is you should be off to the races once you start. And then the seventh thing is expect the first semesters you're going to spend a huge amount of time preparing for teaching. So me personally, I wasn't, it's really new at teaching, very, very new. I only taught a course and did some TAing and stuff like that before. And, I used to prepare by rehearsing the entire seminar before I'd actually go and do the lecture. And like, that was intense. I would never do that now again. But that, that would be, because I was really nervous, being somebody I'm not a natural sort of speaker in front of people. Now it's weird, I'm doing these YouTube videos, but like, that's one of those things that you just don't do. I wasn't sort of aware of and all that kind of stuff. So just expect that. Your first semester is going to be really focused on doing a lot of teaching and sort of preparing for teaching and things like that. So just expect it. So my point is, the first 4 months is probably going to be a giant write-off for research. You're probably going to try to get sort of up and running as much as you can, but just expect it to be kind of a bit of a write-off, and then you'll get going as you keep going forward with that particular thing, right? Just know that it's going to be it's going to happen, and you just got to get back in the swing of things and all that kind of stuff. So if you like this video, I could do more of this kind of stuff. Give me a thumbs up if you do appreciate it, and do subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.